Hi there, it's Juliana, and today I am going to talk about back to those escrow basics. As you know, escrow is done throughout the state of California, throughout the nation, but it is called differently in both sides of the continent. Right today, right now, I'm going to talk about California style of escrows. But I wanted to let you know that this is a unique term that is used in the United States. Like I said, this is escrow is used in the western states, and in the eastern states, the term is usually called settlement services. But no matter what, the process is the same. The process is one of depositing funds, depositing documents into a third party escrow holder for them to hold until all the conditions and instructions are met. So, this third party is the escrow holder. Now, why is it that we need an escrow? Well, first and foremost is because of the lack of trust between the parties. Secondly, there may be a formal contract. It's a binding contract, and they want a third party to hold this contract until it is executed. Thirdly, there could be a transfer of real estate. Now, if you transfer real estate, you might need title insurance to make sure that your title ownership is correct. Well, you're going to need an escrow for that. Then you have an escrow that is used to clear all the debts and all the liens on the properties and provide some sort of an accounting of all the funds that have been given us, as well as an accounting of all the deposits of all the documents that were given to us. Certain types of government licenses need an escrow in order for it to be transferred. For instance, in California, a liquor license, the Alcohol and Beverage Control Department of the state of California requires an escrow to handle the liquor license transfer. If you have certain documents that need to be prepared for a transfer, for instance, of an ownership of real property, well, an escrow holder usually can provide you with those standard documents that you might not know how to prepare. And finally, there are certain city, county, state, and federal regulations that need to be conformed with before a transfer can be taken place. So, what defines an escrow holder? Well, first and foremost, we are impartial. We neither lean to the buyer nor do we lean to the seller. Secondly, because of that, we are neutral. We are a neutral third party. It's very important. And because of that, we also keep all of your information confidential, all your non-public personal information, which we call NPPI, are confidential, and we will not give it to other people unless you authorize us to do so. We act only upon instructions. Yes. Not only that, we act upon instructions that are written and mutually agreed upon. And finally, we do not give any kind of legal advice or financial advice because we are not attorneys and we do not have a background in financial advice or as a CPA in accounting. So when do we actually need an escrow? Well, when you are selling real property, real estate, or when you are selling a business, personal property, or some other type of personal property, you will need an escrow. If you have a contract between two parties and you need performance on this contract, this escrow may be able to help you by holding this contract and making sure that all the conditions of the contract are performed. So what kind of types of escrows do we have? First of all, and this is the easiest one because everybody knows this. This is a sale of a real estate property. We call those sale or purchase escrows. You sell a property to a buyer, the buyer gets a loan, so on, so forth. That's a sale purchase escrow. We also do escrows for the sale of businesses. We call them business opportunities or bulk sale escrows. Now, these could be for like the liquor store down the road, that restaurant that you like to go to, or maybe the donut shop. I love doing donut shops because you know what? The owners of donut shops are always so grateful. They always bring us donuts. So I love doing donut shops. We also do refinance escrows. So you're refinancing your existing loan, or actually you're obtaining a new loan. We can help with that. We call those loan or refinance escrows. Now, if you have the sale of certain other types of personal property, let's say, for instance, a painting, a car, some sort of art object that is expensive, and you want to make sure that you get your money for before you let go of the product. Well, you do an escrow for that. It's called a holding escrow. Also, if you have to fulfill a contract, we use a holding escrow for that too. Now, California's escrow law comes under California's Financial Code, Division 6, Section 17000, or California's Code of Regulations, Subchapter 9, Title 10, Section 1700. It's important to know we do have our escrow laws that we work under. Well, this is my first part of the basic escrow webinar, as I call it, a webinar. But before I go, let me show you what I am wearing today. If you can see this, this is a t-shirt that was given to me, and it says, "I fight fraud every day." I am an escrow officer. So what is your superpower? Because as an escrow holder, we fight wire fraud every single day. This is Juliana too. Thank you for watching, and be sure that you go to my next in this series. Appreciate it very much. Please leave me comments at juliana2.com.